All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Vadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim and her pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity, to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, fall upon your houses. This is Brother Quanah Watts from the Arizona Great Millstone Camp. Come back at you, Lord will, with that edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord will. It is edifying, Lord will. It is straight to the point. But I have a video right here that the brother Itazayar, from Kansas City, ultimately posted, GMS Kansas City, and it's pretty heavy, man. But it ultimately shows you, that Esau, is a fucking thief, man. Which we've been known, but again, this is just more evidence, right, of his thievery, man, his wickedness, So without further ado, man, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. Like the first minute and 40 seconds of it, right, which ultimately again is the point, and then we'll grab a couple precepts, man. So without further ado,
the new images are stunning. Lying 3,000 feet down on the ocean floor off Colombia, what may be the biggest sunken treasure ever. The remains of the Spanish galleon San Jose, complete with its cannons. Fine china litters the seabed, along with silver and gold coins and chests filled with emeralds. The potential value, hold your breath, as much as $20 billion.
Our government decided that all that treasure is a national heritage and can't be divided, can't be separated.
Last year, the former president of Colombia said he wanted the treasure and archaeological remains brought to the surface.
So these riches can be made available to the world and appreciated through museum exhibitions.
While Colombia won't provide the precise location, experts say the wreckage is located right about there, south of Cartagena, near the Islas del Rosario. In 1708, the San Jose was headed back to Spain, loaded down with 200 tons of treasure, taken from Colombian and Peruvian mines using slave labor.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Right, and that's heavy, man. 200 tons of treasure, gold, silver, precious stones, right? And for those that don't know, right, the Spanish, right, those are Edomites, man, right? Cristobal Colon or Christopher Columbus, those are Edomites, man, and where do you think they got that treasure from, man? They got it from the Israelites, right? The northern tribes, man, that were over there, man, right? It says somewhat 300 years ago, man. It could have been a little bit more than 300 years ago, 1700s, probably around the 1600s, about 400 years ago. That's when, the transatlantic slave trade, right, was ultimately taking place, right? It was 1619, around that time. And they were doing what, right? Even before then, right? Cristobal Colon, right? As a little jingle, man, he sailed the ocean blue in 1492, So that was 600-700 years ago, man. When all that was taking place. That's, and again, right? Our people, we had the riches, right? We had the the gold, the silver, the precious stones, man, right? But then here Esau fucking comes, right, and takes the shit, man, right? And it's not even his, and then you got the Colombian government, ultimately saying, hey, we're claiming it, And I'm not too sure. I haven't necessarily looked up, and looked into the Colombian government. But most of these governments that are set up, right, in these different countries, were ultimately set up by Esau Edom, man. And brothers have been going into it. A lot of these small hats, they've infiltrated a lot of these governments, man. Again, I'm not saying that this leader that was just talking, is a small hat or whatnot. Hey, but you never know. You never know. It could very well could be, man. And then and if that is true, right here you go, Esau trying to claim that shit still, man. But as the brother goes into in this lesson, man, it was one of 17 different ships, right, that were it was ultimately sank, right? One of 17 different ships, right, that had treasure on it, man. Right, we're talking somewhat, $300 billion dollars, right, just in those 17 ships, man. $300 billion, right? Rough estimate. And again, right, Esau been taking shit from us for fucking years, hundreds of years. He's still taking shit, man. Still in different countries, resources and whatnot. Which is really, it's really our shit, man. The scriptures say that, all things were made for the elect's sake, man. Which are the Israelites, right? The elect of the nation of Israel. All things were made for the elect's sake. So Esau really stealing our shit, man. Lord, will we be of that number, right? He's stealing our shit. But scriptures say that he gonna have to give all that back, man. He ain't gonna be able to keep that shit. And when he gets taken out of power, he ain't gonna be able to keep none of that. Cause it ain't his. He stole all that shit, man. Right? And deceived the world to believe that, it was rightfully his. They got that whole manifest destiny bullshit, right? He's over here claiming that it's his because he can take it. Because he was able to take it, he believes that it was his, and that's not true, man. But again, Yahweh Shemel Shah is gonna make him give all that back. I got a couple precepts, man. This is right here in Job 20 and verse 15. It says, "He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up," right? The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. Now I want to go into that word swallow, right? He has swallowed down riches, man, right? Strong's H1104, right? It says to swallow down, to swallow up, engulf, eat up, right? But when you go down to the actual lexicon right here, right, at the very top it says to swallow down, to devour, with the idea of eagerness and greediness, right? Esau's fucking greedy as shit, man. He's a fucking greedy ass devil, man. And yeah, again, all he's done is take. That's fucking greed right there, man. I actually got that word greed on the etymology right here. It says excessively eager, desire to possess. And then you drop down greedy adjective. It says Old English, right? West Saxon, voracious, voracious, right? Hungry. Also, covetous, right? Eager to obtain, right? Esau's covetous, right? He's a covetous man. Scriptures talking about him, not keeping at home, but he puts unto himself all nations, right? He goes into these different nations, man, and takes their shit, and calls it his, right? And says, oh, I found it, or this, that, and the third. No, you fucking didn't. Damn devil, y'all fucking stole that shit. Y'all some fucking thieves, man. And excuse my language, man, but seeing this shit, it pisses you off. It's like you fucking damn devils, man. And all the different, the crime that he committed, right? The murder that he committed in order to take this. In order to take these riches, in order to take, right, all the gold and silver and precious stones. He didn't just walk up in there and it was just laying on the ground. No, our people had that, man. Our people had it, and he came through and he committed all different types of fucking crimes, right? And one of them being what? Stealing our gold, silver, precious stones, and whatnot, man. Which has happened all throughout history, right? When they went and sacked, you know, what you can read in the Maccabees, man, right? Where they came through and basically took, you know, all the vessels of the Lord, man, right? In the time of the Babylonians, right? Even, you know, in the time of the Maccabees, right? The Grecians, man, you know, they did this shit many fucking times throughout history, man. Many times. Right, I got a precept, man, to back that up. In Sirach 14, verse 9, it says, a covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion. Meaning he's going to look at what he has and says, no, I want more. You know? Scriptures say that Esau, even today, man, has more than his heart can desire. And he still wants more. He's not satisfied with his own portion, what he has been given. He wants everybody else's as well. Fucking damn devil. It says, in the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. You know? It's fucking damn devil, man. He gonna have to give all that back. All of it. All of it. And some. We gonna take his shit too. Right? It says, Job 20 and verse 16, he shall suck the poison of asp, and viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. And here's the point, verse 18. That which he labored for shall he restore. He gonna have to give it all back, man. All of it, man. And it's gonna happen when he gets taken out of power and we get risen up right under Yahweh Shai and being put in power. Hey, what's gonna happen? You can read in Isaiah the 60th chapter, man. You know? That they all, you know, you know, that they're going to come and basically, you know, give us, right, the gold and the silver, and they're going to be tributary unto us, man. You know, they're going to serve us. They're going to be our slaves, and we're going to make them go and grab everything that they stole, go into these queen vaults and whatnot, and get it all and bring it right back to us, man. Because the scriptures talk about, you know, the foundations of the kingdom being built with precious stones, you know, gold and silver and whatnot. You know, all of that, man. That's how the kingdom's gonna be built up. You know, so it's not gonna be, you know, again, Esau done took all of it, and he gonna have to give it all back. You know, he gonna have to give every last little bit back. You know, it says, that which he labored for, he shall restore and swallow, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. That's right, man. Give it all back. Fucking stupid ass mother. I can't stand this motherfucker, man. Because again, you got to think, and that's something I keep thinking about too, man. When you see the different, you know, accounts of and evidence of him stealing shit, right? Imagine the crime that he committed to get it. Right, we have yet to, you know, to you know, to see that information, man. You know, but soon it's all gonna come out. Luke 8 and 17, Luke 12 and 2. You know, we're in the time where all this information is coming out, man. You know, and he gonna have to pay, man. You know, but that's all I want to get, man. Lord wills, that fine. Lord will straight to the point. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh, Shai, Bashim, Kakodash, Barakatam. Right, Shalom to all you Akim, you Akwat. Right, you brothers and you few sisters that tune in. Again, double honor to the elder apostles. Till next time, I say shalom.